So today I am finally getting my iron infusion. And, and after just so much of dealing with insurance companies, going from provider to provider to provider, also just all the tests that I've had to redo and do and double check and triple check. And so I am so grateful to finally be getting this done. The last time I got it done was in the hospital. That if I am going to be completely transparent, as grateful as I am that I'm getting ready to have my iron infusion, I am also a little bit nervous because the last time I got an iron infusion, it caused like a flare with one of my autoimmune disorders, and I had difficulty breathing. So I am having my husband come with me, and which I'm really, really grateful for. At the same time, it does kick up a lot of stuff for me in terms of having this shift in identity from being, this strong Black woman who's kind of got it together, knows what she wants, knows what she's doing. And so if you are finding yourself dealing with systemic Black fatigue, or if you're finding yourself just at a place where you're dealing with lots of chronic illness, or maybe even you are just struggling with letting go of control so that your body could actually completely heal, this video is for you. So welcome back. Welcome back. Uh, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I have been waiting for a little late months for this iron infusion and just running on empty. I'm actually waiting right now for my husband to get off from work. I had to, maybe this is about a month ago. This probably sounds dumb, but it was the hardest thing in the world to go and talk to one of my providers to ask them to fill out FMLA paperwork for me. Oh my goodness, I think somebody's cutting grass. Okay, I'm gonna press pause because they're cutting grass. I don't want to have some sort of an autoimmune disorder flare. And so I'm gonna press pause right here on my video. Okay, does not sound like they're cutting grass. But I probably am just gonna go inside anyways because they're probably getting ready to start. So hold on just a second. Thank you for your patience with me. I could not have some sort of an allergic reaction before going to go get my iron infusion. So, like I said before, I'm waiting for my husband. It was hard just to get to the place of asking my provider to do some FMLA paperwork for me. And because I've had to ask my husband several times to drive me to work, pick me up from work, because I didn't have enough energy or focus to be able to drive myself home. So I am in real time trying to figure out this whole process of redefining who I am. And if you have ever had to do that, you'll know it is not fun at all. So I'm just noticing I can't stop thinking about these right now. Probably because this is just not the most comfortable spot in my life. But what I feel like it is growing in me is it is growing a level of softness in me. I'm not going to say weakness, but I will say softness in me because my husband literally, I told him, I was like, hey, my iron infusion is on this day and this day. They've got them scheduled for me. And I'm going to need a ride going home unless you want me to Uber. I can Uber. So that I'm not sure how well I'm going to be doing. So just give me a heads up. And he's like, no, I'm just going to take that time off. I'm going to take that time off. We're going to use that for link. And so it's like, because I'm the person who does all the running around for the doctor's appointments with the kids. I'm the person who adjusts her time to make sure that everything and anything in my household works. And so to have my husband step in those spots, again, I am grateful. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful. 100% I am grateful. At the same time, it does rub against the grain of everything that was like instilled into me as a kid and as a young lady growing up in the world, as a mom, just as a Black woman in society, like it, the workplace, it goes against the grain for all of those things. And so, even though logically, my thought process is, oh, absolutely, I'm so grateful that my husband is a flexible enough job. Absolutely, I'm so grateful that my husband is insightful enough to say, you know what, you might need some emotional support. I'm going to be there for you. So grateful also that my marriage is in such a great place that we are able to have that kind of bond where his presence is actually wanted and comforting. So I'm thankful for all the things. So logically, I could list tons and tons and tons more. And a lot of people think that that's the way to be able to make the shift inside of your body and with your identity. And I'm just here to tell you, I've seen so many people do it and not be successful. I think gratitude lists are great, and I think we should do them, and I'm definitely grateful. At the same time, I have to be able to sit with this other emotional experience that I'm having. It just feels like, I don't want to have to ask him to do these things. I don't want to have to. And here's the trickiest part. I'm not asking, and he's still showing up. I'm like, oh. So my nervous system is still trying to figure out what to do. So what I've just done today, I have the day off already, and I was just like, you know what? I need to take some time, redefine what this looks like for me, because a lot of times what I've done in the beginning of my autoimmune disorder is I'll go run, try to keep my same schedule, try to do all the things that they have for me to do, all the infusions and what have you, but not giving my body proper time to rest. And I've watched my body fight against it. And that may sound like the craziest thing in the world, but I'm telling you, it happened because I've seen it happen. I've had infusions in the past where I was like, okay, I'm going to do this infusion. It takes this amount of time. And then after my infusion, then I'm going to go pick up the kids from school. And then I'm going to do this. Got to go pick up the groceries. Got to do blah, 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 blah. Then I'll cook dinner, yada, yada, yada. And I'll have time to do all the things. After the infusion, could not keep my eyes open. I had to go climb in the bed, took a nap, tried to get up, could not get up. I've had infusions where I've gotten sick afterwards. And it's taken me 2 days to recover. Body won't get up. Okay. So I am saying all this stuff because I have experienced it firsthand and I've watched clients go through it. And so I've gone through that experiment enough times to be able to notice, okay, my body says, girl, you need to sit down. Sit down, girl. So today I have the day off. This morning I did kind of get up and do most of my morning routine. After I did my morning routine stuff, the other thing that I did was I was like, you know what? Wash day. I'm just going to take really good care of myself and I'm going to dedicate this morning to just taking care of my hair. And so for the Black ladies out there, y'all already know what wash day is like. So, which it can be exhausting and it can be a lot, but I really just wanted to make sure that I took that time not to rush myself, to really just be gentle with my body, to take care of me. And I am just hydrating like crazy because I also know, again, that I'm getting ready to have this infusion come up. But I just don't want any complications because my body is literally starving of iron, completely depleted. So I am hydrating like crazy, which reminds me, take a quick sip of water here. Hydrating like crazy. And the kids are home. It's summertime. So I'm having some time with them where we just kind of have some easier, kind of like low key activities while we're waiting for my husband to get off of work. And so and those are some of the practical things that I'm doing to help kind of let my body be set up. After this, my daughters have already prepared dinner. They're in the process. My oldest is actually teaching my youngest to cook beans. And so from Louisiana, that's one of the things that we do on Mondays. Traditionally, it's red beans, but my kids don't want to do red beans every single day. So I'm like, I don't care. Some kind of bean, you need to learn how to cook beans, some kind of bean. So they've already set that up. So by the time my infusion is over with, if I want it, dinner is already taken care of. And so the only thing that's left, I guess, is this emotional tug of war that I've had that's going on inside of my body. And so one of the things that I am doing right now is actually just trying to give myself some permission and just validate my own experience because of course it makes sense that even though I have the support, which I know a lot of folks out there don't have, I am actively grateful for it. I'm also still feeling two feelings at the same time. My body is learning in real time how to rewrite overworking as a Black woman, over showing up as a Black woman, over functioning as a Black woman. My body is learning in real time how to rewrite that. Also, as my body is in the process of doing that, I need to be patient with her. I need to be kind with her. So I'm not planning a whole bunch of things to do today, which I kind of feel a little bit like a bummer on that end for my kids because anytime I had a day off and it was summertime, we were actively going to go do something. We were at a water park, we were at the beach, we were at the park shooting Nerf guns or flying kites, or, we're doing something actively the whole time. We're in our garden, we're doing something. And so I'm not doing that today. Today, I am allowing my children, my girls, to watch their mom have a low key day. And I'm not necessarily having a low key day in the bed. We got up in the morning, we took a walk with our dog, I did some weight training this morning, all good things for my body. I stretched, I ate breakfast. I'm trying to make sure that I hydrated really well yesterday, getting some of my hydration in this morning and some of my supplements. I'm trying to give them a pattern that is going to help them moving forward because I used to burn at both ends all the time. And I watched my mom burn it at both ends. And I watched my grandmother nearly work till she got sick and she died. Right? So I don't want that for them. I don't want that for me either. So I'm sharing the load. I'm finding out like, okay, I'm not going to take the whole responsibility of not only transporting myself, but I'm also going to accept this support, this emotional support that my husband wants to provide for. I'm so grateful for that. And so part of how I'm sitting with that is just again acknowledging those two feelings at the same time, not trying to force myself out of an emotion because it's there. And the more that I tried to force myself out of it, the more that I found my body has fought me on that one as well. And guess what? Anytime I've ever fought my body, I've always lost. Body wins. It's almost like gambling, what have you. The dealer always wins. Your body's going to win. So I'm taking a lot of deep breaths today. I'm trying to take it slow. I'm going to make a pot of tea. I'm a hot tea drinker and just enjoy this process of allowing myself to be taken care of, allowing my support system to love on me, allowing me to love on me. It doesn't make it easy. So in those moments sometimes where the thoughts kind of come for me, I'm also just kind of sitting with myself and saying, you know what? You are undoing generations of overworking. And that's hard too. So what does that make me? That makes me a woman who's not just a strong Black woman. That makes me a woman who is a wife, who is a mother, that is moving into some softness. That makes me a woman who is in the process of listening to her body and trying to gain some more wisdom. Inside of your body, there is wisdom. Inside of your emotions, there is wisdom. Rest is wisdom. It is. It is. So other pieces in terms of identity that I'm trying to just sit with is that identity takes time. It has taken me decades to get to where I am. And if you want to look at generation wise, you can go back so many generations of Black women in my life who have burned in it all their years. And so this process has not been happening overnight for me. And so one of the things I'm repeating to myself over and over and over and over again is that in order to break generational curses, in order to break generational holds and bonds, it does take time. Being a cycle breaker takes time. It takes energy. It takes energy. It takes deep breaths. It takes courage. It takes softness. It takes wisdom. And these are things I definitely do not feel like I have mastered. These are things I'm trying to sit with. I'm trying to allow to grow in me as I just honor my own experience. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody out there who is finding themselves overworking, who's finding themselves sick and tired, feeling like you're fighting your body, but also desperately wanting to change the pattern, wanting to change the cycle. And so, what I want to say to you is that yes, you can do it. It is not easy. It takes a lot of deep breaths. It definitely takes some support. But I'm in that process of being able to let go of control, which sounds awful to say out loud. But I'm in that process of just trying to figure that out. I'm allowing my girls to watch me fail, stumble, get up, try again, and hopefully move forward to a better future. My name is Virginia. I'm a licensed mental health therapist. I really appreciate the time that you take today. I do ask that you would find some way of being able to take care of yourself, being able to take care of others that are in your life. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, I just ask that you take that time to do that. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much